All right, this is some help with 3.13. Remember, that's a constructed response. You do need to show all your work. So this one says, what is the measure in radians for the central angle of a circle whose radius is 14 inches and the intercept arc length is 10.7? So remember, there's a formula to convert to radians. The central angle, this theta, stands for the central angle, is equal to the arc length divided by the length of the radius. So we've been given our arc length here. We've been given our radius, so we simply just have to divide. 10.7 divided by 14 gives us 0.76 radians. This particular problem said round to tenths, so remember you're going to look at the 6. It's greater than 5, so that's 0.8 radians. Number 2, the second one on that constructed response, says what is the arc length if the arc is intercepted by a central angle of pi over 4 radians on a circle with a radius of 16. Okay, so in your EOC formula sheet, or on your EOC formula sheet, you have the arc length of a circle. And that formula is 2 pi r times theta divided by 360. So r is the radius of the circle. We've been given the radius of the circle. Theta is the angle measured in degrees, so the central angle measured in degrees. So first we're going to have to find, we were given the central angle measured in radians. So we're going to first have to change this to degrees, then we can plug it into this formula to find our arc length. All right, so if we're given radians, pi over 4, to change that to degrees, then our conversion factor, I've given that for you here, is 180 over pi. So you're simply going to multiply those out. Remember, we're multiplying, so we can, this is on the numerator and the denominator, we can delete that or cancel that out because that would be 1. Pi over pi is equal to 1. So we're left with 180 over 4. Divide that, we get our central angle, or theta, is equal to 45 degrees. Now we simply plug it into this formula and we can get our answer for our arc length. So we're going to take 2 pi, they told us to use 3.14, so don't use your pi button, plug in 3.14, times our radius, which is 16, and our central angle that we found, or our theta, is 45 degrees. Divide by 360, put all that in your calculator, so 2 times 3.14 times 16 times 45, hit divide by 360, and we get 12.56. They said round to hundredths, so remember hundredths is this second decimal, 2 decimal places, so 12.56 would be the correct answer.